Live the Dream Media Network is proud to host an Arizona legend. His remarkable journey spans college and pro basketball, business excellence, and community leadership at the highest level. Get ready for insightful conversations, expert analysis, and a unique perspective that only one man can deliver. This is the Bob Elliot Show, exclusively on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Welcome to the Bob Elliot Show. And as you've seen in the past and in the future, we try to bring to the viewers people that you see their name, you might have seen them on TV or radio, but now's a chance to get to meet them and know them personally. Remember now, we are not about politics. I might have some politicians on here, but we're not going to be about politics. We're not going to talk about religion either. But I want to be able to educate the viewers about these people and find out what they're about. Who are they? How did they start out? So we have a special guest today. Her name is Betsy Bruce. She was just given the award as the 2025 Philanthropist of the Year. And Betsy and I go back years and years and years and decades together. So,
we do.
Betsy,
we do.
Welcome to the show.
Bob, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, we were talking so much off air.
We have nothing to talk about.
We got to keep some of that.
I'm kidding.
But, you know, most people maybe first time you remember Betsy would have been with KRQ.
That's right. That's right. I came to town loving the idea of doing a radio show, enjoying good conversation, and was lucky enough to land the news position, the female influence, along with Tim and Willie back in 1990.
Yes. Yep. Yes. I mean, I told you before, my favorite skit that you guys came up with, and I know this guy, and he's a good friend, Bud Foster. You guys had a song about Bud Foster's dome.
That's
about
right.
His head and that forehead that he had. And it still makes me laugh every time I hear it.
The funny thing was, the genesis of that idea, and Willie DeLune, of course, was a musician and a songwriter, but there were billboards all around town with Bud, and I think it was Guy Atchley at the time,
yes,
his partner. But for some reason, the billboard company got his head just enormous proportions. So Bud Foster's head, it has its own zip code,
right,
on and on. Great lyrics. Great lyrics, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, part of this show is about getting to learn about you. And as you know, you've been a great supporter of the African American Museum of Southern Arizona.
Yes, of course.
And we do oral histories to give people an opportunity to talk about their life in their words without it being edited. So let's go back. Yep. Let's rewind the DVD.
Yes.
To where were you born? Where'd you grow up? Some siblings, parents, etc.
That's right. I was born in Winnetka, which is on the North Shore of Chicago. And I grew up with two brothers and two sisters who are all gathering here, of course, in Tucson for Thanksgiving because, of course, of our beautiful weather. And I went to high school and then had I jumped around to 3 different universities because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I graduated from University of Wisconsin-Madison with a degree in liberal arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what about parents?
Parents, Bob and Nancy, they were both Badgers too, so it was very easy for me to go with that flow. There was great tradition in that almost every football game,
right,
we would go up to Madison, which was just a quick 3-hour drive. And the tradition, Bob, is instilled in me and lives in my heart because, of course, I'm a season ticket holder for all things Arizona, basketball and football. Mm-hmm. But we would drive up to Madison, stay with my grandparents. We would go into the broth house. Right, okay, and get French fries and a brat, and then we would walk up the hill to Camp Randall to watch the Badgers fight. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You and I both grew up in areas that with Big Ten football.
That's right.
Me being in Ann Arbor, Michigan, University of Michigan.
That's right.
And there's something about that environment. You know, you come out to University of Arizona. I remember the first time I saw the football stadium. Now, remember, University of Michigan has, quote unquote, the big house.
Huge.
And even growing up, they used to say that attendance a possibility when I always sold out 101,000.
Oh my
101.
Gosh. That's twice as big as the newly named Arizona Stadium, right?
Yes, yes.
We've got a sponsor now.
Yeah, picture that.
Yes.
So, but I can still remember growing up in Ann Arbor when the city only had 60,000 people in it. But the football stadium across from our high school could seat 101,000.
Amazing.
I'm like, but hey, on a game day, people just come in, the place just swells up, and it's all about Big Ten football, which we don't have to deal with because we're the Big 12.
Yes. There's something spectacular, the camaraderie that exists in that environment. You are able to shout at the top of your lungs. You are able to hug strangers.
Right.
Right? It's that
right.
feeling of sports enthusiasm lives in my heart, and I'm so, so glad that we have that here in Tucson. I mean, I know that here we are, football prowess, basketball prowess. It's a great time to be a Wildcat.
It really is. It really is. I can still remember my freshman year, I come down, and at that time, they hadn't done some of the expansions of Arizona Stadium, okay? So I thought that maybe they sat about 35,000.
Oh.
And I see the football stadium, and I'm thinking, oh, is this for Tucson High?
Oh.
I'm thinking of, college football stadium,
Yes.
101,000. I'm
Yes.
like, they said, no, this is the football stadium, which I always
my
enjoy
gosh.
watching on that crazy movie, Revenge of the Nerds.
Of course,
When
we're
they
famous.
filmed that,
Our
yes,
campus is
yes.
famous for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You remind me, Bob, I actually have been hanging on to the SI covers whenever U of A is involved. So
Okay.
I have an SI that goes all the way back, I think, to 92, when U of A football was #1 preseason with
Yes.
Teddy Bruschi.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
And some
yes.
other famous players. I can't remember who, though.
Well, again, what is that? That was the Desert Storm.
The Desert,
teams,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
Dick
yeah.
Tomey, who,
Exactly.
may rest in peace, great guy.
Amazing.
Yeah, Dick was unbelievable. He is and was what a college coach should be.
Absolutely.
A teacher, developing young players, young men, and if you're coaching women, young women, to prepare them for the next part of their life.
That's right.
And he was great about that. I mean, I miss that guy. He was sincere. He was honest. He was authentic. And I would use those
perfect,
same
yes.
words to describe Tommy Lloyd.
Agree.
And same with
Agree.
Brett Brennan, who I've started to know a little bit better, the football coach at Arizona. But Tommy Lloyd, unbelievable how he has come in and totally embraced the past. So it used to be, if you walked around the basketball office outside of it, there were pictures of Lute's guys.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then Sean Miller started bringing in some of his guys. Tommy Lloyd went and had somebody go research all of the past Arizona basketball players who've ever been drafted.
Nice.
And went and
A lot
found
of 'em.
pictures. Yeah. Some of these pictures I have to laugh at. In the Richard Jefferson gym,
Oh, yes.
they have some life-type portraits of people.
Yeah.
Mine, I would call it, they took a black and white photo and tried to turn or colorize it.
No. No. Didn't we learn our mistakes when we try to colorize? It often doesn't work well.
It doesn't, but,
Yeah.
obviously back then, well, what did we wear? Well, obviously I had the 8-inch afro, trying to act like I was 6'10", I never was. But those shorts, the shorts are all the way up that I used to laugh because, okay, when a guy gets tired, first thing you do is you bend over, you kind of grab your shorts a little bit to try to catch a breather. And I can remember kind of looking over my shoulder. And I remember how high these shorts were.
Oh,
I mean,
my.
So odds are that there was something coming out the bottom on the backside.
No.
And I look over and you could see like a woman or something like, staring. I'm like,
Wide-eyed.
Oh, man,
Oh,
come
my
on now.
goodness.
Come on.
But isn't it crazy, Bob, how the length of basketball shorts have so gone super big and baggy?
Yes.
And then you starting off tiny. I mean, I look at Larry Bird, I look at you.
Right,
and,
right,
whoa,
right.
You guys had to squeeze yourself into those little tiny shorts. Let's hope that fashion never comes back. Okay? That didn't serve you well.
Yeah,
that didn't serve you well.
I remember because the first ones to start with the bigger shorts was Jalen Rose and
That's
the guys
right.
from the Fab Five
Fab
at University
Five.
of Michigan, right?
Of course.
And I remember when those shorts came out, and it was weird because they come down so low to your knees, and there's so much material that I was having trouble. If you try to dribble through your legs, it's like you have to literally open your legs up wider,
course, of
or else the
course.
material gets in the way.
Oh my gosh.
Little things like that, people would not think about.
Hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, no, it was amazing.
I remember, my dad, we would go up to Lookout Tower up in Door County, Wisconsin, when we go up to Wisconsin, and he had some shorts with the pleat in the front, which I don't think that's a great look. Those are dad shorts, right? But we used to tease him, Bob, that if he was to jump off this tower, it was called Eagle Tower, that he would just gently drift down, like his pants were so big that it would be like a parachute, right? He would just gently drift to the ground. Yeah.
No.
But Bob, forgive me, and I know we were going to talk not primarily focusing on basketball, but I'm so curious to know your history as one of the all-time greats at the University of Arizona. Can you tell us what is your assessment of this current Tommy Lloyd team? Because this is one of the greatest starts in U of A history.
See, now we've just flipped it. So now you've turned into the journalist asking the questions, which is fine because this is a conversation. That's one thing I love about this format. And so the answer, no, that was good. That was good. My take on this team, and I text this to Tommy after the game against UConn.
Yeah.
They seem to be solid. They also seem to be intellectual. The basketball IQ of the players on the University of Arizona team is at a different level. And you can see it during the game, how they work together. I feel for any college coach in any sport, nowadays with the transfer portal and the NIL, it's like they have to restart every single year.
That's right. Yep.
And so the first thing you have to start with is to develop the culture that you want with your team. Okay? And this doesn't matter about what sport it is. All the coaches have to do this. After you teach the culture, then you have to teach the system and the plays, et cetera. And the reason why I believe Arizona is successful now and will continue to be successful with Tommy Lloyd, because he's a teacher. So you have to teach the players the culture. You have to teach the players your system. But this team here reminds me of Lute's team back in 87 or 88.
Yep.
When he had Craig McMillan, Steve Kerr, Sean Elliott, Anthony Cook, and Tom Tolbert. And those five guys, the starters, seemed to always know where everybody would be at all times.
Yes.
It's almost like they were connected by a string. And that's what I see with this team this year. So,
Bob, that's so perfect because I don't think the casual observer, they're going to recognize that this team is different. But knowing that it's cerebral, these guys are thinking this gorgeous game. They get it. That clarifies what we are watching. So I appreciate that.
And the key as a coach is you can't be the coach that's standing up, yelling out to everybody what they saw to get you to then as a player do what you execute what the coach is yelling about. A second or two has gone by. That's sometimes too late. So you have to be able to teach the players what you are seeing and what's the adjustment that needs to happen now, not waiting for a coach to holler out and a second or two later, you do what the coach wants. And I think that's where this team is very successful. Now, you talk about Arizona athletics. Obviously, you said great time to be a Wildcat.
Yeah.
Football team is doing great.
Yep.
But there's a team down there that you're really tied to. The triathletes.
Oh, the triathletes, yes. Bob, I'm lucky enough, to go into the development department in U of A athletics, and I work with Reggie Geary. And I always say, which program could use a little infusion of cash? And first of all, I love embellishing a winner. These guys won the national championship now 2 years back to back.
Yes.
And even not even what I would consider a large amount of money goes straight to these young women and goes a long way, right? They can buy new tires for their bikes. They can buy whatever equipment they need, right, to keep them in top shape. So I was able to do that, and I've dedicated donations for the next couple of years to the U of A, and it's only women. right? Triathlete, and a lot of other colleges and universities across the United States. That's a club sport, the triathlon.
Yes.
So we have more than that. As a matter of fact, yes, when I was talking with the triathletes, they were saying, get us more competition. Of course, I don't have the power to do that, but so proud that, we have national champions here in Tucson, Arizona, the triathletes, and they were all lovely, lovely young women.
So you kind of transitioned me into what I wanted to talk about also is the fact about you receiving that 2025 Philanthropist of the Year award.
Yes, it is a mouthful.
So where did that get instilled in Betsy Bruce?
Yeah.
Why? Where? What's the incentive, et cetera?
Bob, I think it actually goes all the way back to my Girl Scout leader. Her name was Judith Egan.
Okay.
And we were such a motley crew. Oh, we would go camping a lot, but we would also volunteer at an animal shelter every Sunday. It was called Orphans of the Storm. It's still there. And we would go and we would do the dirty work. We would clean out the kennels and feed the dogs and walk the dogs, whatever we needed to do. But I found that so gratifying. That was the light switch that flipped. And then I started going to old folks' home, the Presbyterian house,
Right.
On Christmas, and I would say, go up to the front desk, and I would say, who doesn't have somebody coming to visit them?
Yes.
And talk about the good old days, Bob, right? I didn't have to show any credentials, ID. There was a trust there.
Right.
Here was a young woman willing to volunteer to sit and talk with one of these residents, and they say, right this way. So I appreciated that too. Yeah, that was fun.
You know, you made me think of something. I remember when my grandmother was living here, when she was still alive, and she would say, it's nice to just have a hug.
Absolutely.
That ability to just hug somebody and touch them would give them something extra to go throughout the day.
Couldn't agree more.
You know, and so some of these different events, like I've been involved with you before with the Easter Seals.
That's right.
Cooking.
That's right, Cooking with the Stars.
So let's talk about a little bit about that one.
Yes. Did you knock your head on the overhead, what is that thing called that absorbs all the flames and stuff? The hood.
Okay.
You have to watch yourself, right?
Oh, more than that.
Okay.
More than that.
Okay.
So anybody that's ever eaten at one of those teppanyaki type tables, you know, first thing is they're set up for cooks or chefs. They're probably about 5'8".
Exactly right.
Or 7 or 6, but not 6'9".
No.
So you have to bend way over.
That's right.
The steam coming up is ridiculous.
It is. It's not a nice facial.
No. No.
Exactly right. And do you ever smell your clothes after that event in the morning, and you can't even believe how crazy smoky and all that stuff.
Well, even if you just go to one and eat.
Yeah.
The next day you wake up, it's like, am I still there?
Exactly right. So Bob was one of our celebrity chefs. We get 18 of them because there's 18 tables at Mr. On's on Oracle. And we get a lot of help from the University of Arizona. A lot of coaches and players come for that.
Right.
But you are assisted by a professional chef. Even though you might be perfectly capable of not burning the chicken. I don't know. Are you a cook, Bob?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, good.
Now, you've known Bev and I for about 40 or so years. We've been married 50 years.
Yeah.
One of the problems with getting married at 19, when you have a wife who can cook well, is I've never cooked.
Never?
Never. I mean, my specialty is peanut butter and jelly with some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Okay, if you come, I say, I'm going to make something for you. That's what you're going to get from me.
Okay, all right.
But see, the key is how you spread the peanut butter around on that. See, it shouldn't be over on the side. You can't see it on the outside, but it comes right up to the edge.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
see, that's my... that's how I make the
secret.
That's my secret sauce.
I'm so with you because my mom would make bologna sandwiches for lunch, and since there were 5 of us, right, she'd take the Wonder Bread and then a couple of slices of bologna, and then she would just put a pat of butter in the middle and not even spread it. How's that for a strange recipe?
Wow.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh well.
But see,
strange memory.
No, but memories are what they're good.
Always.
Whether you liked it or did not like it, there was something learning learned about it. Like I said, your face just now, you could see where you were going back in time, and you're like, you could almost taste the bologna sandwich with
And then
that
you
thing
hit
of
the
butter.
You hit the butter. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should add that to celebrity chefs. Well, the appetizer instead of sushi rolls will be a buttery bologna sandwich.
Or peanut
Can you
butter and
imagine?
jelly, a little piece
Or
of
peanut butter and jelly. Yes.
PB&J.
What am I saying?
That's right.
What am I saying?
That's amazing.
But Bob, you have to be really good at math to be a celebrity chef because you've got your 8 guests
Yes.
sitting around the table, and you've got your giant pyramid of fried rice, and
Yes.
you've got to divvy it up properly.
That's right.
Did you get that? Did you get that math correct,
No
or did that
question.
person on the end get a tiny bite?
No, I'm a math head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So cut it
Perfect.
up, make it to 8 sections,
Yeah.
and everybody. Yeah. No. That's
good for you. Good.
That's part of my. When you go in to see the therapist, I have to go in and explain why everything becomes a number.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But it is me.
Yeah.
That's just me.
But Bob, who did you cook back to back with? Was it Bernard Lagat?
Yes.
Yes. See, I tried to put, when I was matching up the celebrities, I tried to put somebody a little bit smaller with you, so you guys wouldn't be colliding behind the tap-on tables.
Yeah, I was going to collide anyhow.
Oh, you were going to collide anyway.
Yeah. It didn't make a difference. It's like trying to get a car. So, my wife's 5'2". Okay,
Yes,
I'm 6'9". So the rule is we both have to be able to drive the car.
Oh, okay. All right.
So sports cars, out. I don't fit.
No.
It'd be like Fred Flintstone. Okay.
No.
Big SUVs are not going to work. So it's got to be something in between there. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Life is good. Well, tell me about some of the other events that you're involved in.
Okay, so I help out with a horse ranch on the northwest side. It's called Karuna Horse Ranch. And there are 23 horses up there, and they have been spending their summers under shade sails. I have a hard time saying that.
Right.
So the Bruce Foundation, we have built them a stable, a weather-controlled stable. They will be able to get in out of the heat and, of course, stay warm during the brief winter that we have. And these are all horses that would not have been able to live out their natural lives. They were in kill pens, or they might very well have been sent to certain countries that enjoy horse meat. So we've got a nice group of steeds up there that are enjoying their natural lives.
Okay, now I hope I don't get too personal here, but again, with the African American Museum of Southern Arizona, Betsy called us after you saw something about our swim program.
That's right.
And what was it about that got you interested in investing and supporting the museum?
Okay, I know you know the answer to this question. It's because Bev, your beautiful wife, is one of the most brilliant storytellers that you will ever meet. She has such passion for what she does. And she was explaining about this swimming program, how certain people need to learn how to swim. And even going back historically, she was sharing about one of the first African-American graduates at University of Arizona was made, after she got an advanced degree, she was made to swim as well.
Her name was Elgie Bateau.
That's right.
And she was the first African-American to receive a master's degree. And in order to get her degree, she had to swim 4 laps in a pool.
Just mind-blowing. And this was what, the
1934.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here are you and Bev taking this baton and saying we are going to make sure that everybody who wants to learn how to swim is going to learn how to swim, utilizing the gorgeous facilities at U of A. And am I right, Bob, in that this program actually affords them a bathing suit too if they don't have one already?
Everything.
Wow.
We provide
So
the
good.
children with everything from clothes to towels to goggles to flip-flops to everything. And one of the kids, he was a 8th grader and had never knew how to swim. And was so excited about this that he sits there. He was interviewed by one of the TV stations and said, "You know what? I'm going to go out for the swimming team next year and get to high school."
My gosh.
These are the things that make you want to do what you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amazing.
And I know I sent you and Bev that video of the Baltimore Ravens asking Michael Phelps these were, the next level athletes saying, I don't know how to swim. Will you teach us?
Yes.
I mean, if that's not inspirational, I don't know what is.
Well, the first session was just children.
Yep.
A number of the parents came forward and said, I do not know how to swim. If you do a second session, will you include adults in it? And so we said, well, evolution.
That's
okay,
right.
then let's figure out how we can do this.
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's over 2.5 times African American kids of brown color pass away from drowning compared to white kids.
Wow.
It's amazing. And the one that still sticks in my mind is there was a high school football player up in Phoenix last year.
Yeah.
And the team's having a little get together and they're all out there and the kid drowned.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody knew that he couldn't swim. He was just having fun with everybody, but then all of a sudden you get a drop off from the one end to the deep end and he didn't and he panicked and that was it. But teaching kids how to swim, teaching adults how to swim. It's amazing how people have come forward and said, I have a pool and I don't know how to swim. So they sit there by the pool, look at it. So now we're getting those parents, those adults into the next session.
Yes. It's fantastic. And it's so essential because there's something that looks kind of organic about swimming, but no, it is something that needs to be learned, something that it's a vital thing to have. And, when you were talking about that football player, honestly, that almost happened to me too. When I think I was in 3rd grade and at a birthday party and didn't know how to swim and I started bouncing into the deep end and had to be plucked out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really scary.
It is. I had a similar situation. A little league baseball team.
Yeah.
Somebody had a cottage on a lake, and all of a sudden I could swim, but you step one more step over, and all of a sudden it's like, where's the bottom?
That's right.
And you freak out and panic.
Exactly right.
And it just, but luckily, it all worked out.
That's right. We're both here.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Yes, we are. Well, thank you for doing what you do in our community. There's so many people that need help. That's true community.
Well, I am with you, and I think you do amazing work, and we're very much like-minded when it comes to that. Yes. There's something, Bob, about the size of our community,
right,
where we as individuals can really impact different nonprofits and institutions in a powerful way.
Yes.
Yep.
No doubt.
Yep.
Well, hopefully the viewers have learned a little bit about Betsy Bruce. You can see her passion. You can see her heart coming through.
Thank you, Bob.
And that's why you are who you are. That's why I've loved being around you for about 40 years. And I know. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more quick story.
Go ahead.
Because this is going to go back 40 years. So Bob and I were playing, back when I was a radio personality, we were playing at Pima Community College, and it was a fundraiser or something, but it was former U of A personnel versus us radio people. And Joe Nels was kind of elbowing me, and I couldn't believe it, I thought, oh, come on, go easy on me. Bob, I feel these 2 hands around my waist. Bob lifts me up so I can dunk the basketball. Thank you again for that. Those are the only 2 points that I scored in that game.
That's
obviously.
All right. 2's better than 0. It's good. Well, everyone, Betsy, again, thank you for being here. Next week is actually the Friday after Thanksgiving, so the show will be a repeat of one of the other shows that we've done. The week after that, December 5th at 9 o'clock. Join me because the guest will be Tanya Villacana. She owns Aspirational Wealth Management. She's also a board member of Rio Nuevo, African American Museum of Southern Arizona, Sunnyside High School Foundation, and the Community Foundation of Southern Arizona. Everybody stay safe. Positive well wishes.
You're listening to a legend. More of the Bob Elliot Show after this on the Live the Dream